Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Well, Dr. Quarles stopped by Richmond today. We've got all the details on that visit. And would you like to take a look around the new Madison Ignite North and South campuses? We've got the details on how you can do that. But first, in our WBON TV9 lead story of the day, according to Danville police, a Lexington man led officers on a chase through four central Kentucky counties Wednesday night. Danville police were called to a domestic situation on Center Street right around 6:30. Officers observed a man driving away from that scene in an SUV and attempted to conduct a traffic stop near Center and Woods Alley. Cody Everidge, 29, of Lexington, was identified as the driver by police. Everidge refused to get out of that SUV and then drove away. Everidge was then pursued by Danville police into Garrett County. Officers discovered that Everidge allegedly assaulted a woman who was suffering from a bite wound and swelling on her head. Officers on scene spoke with that woman, who was able to contact Everidge. Everidge refused to come to a halt and surrender. Officers pursued Everidge further into Jessamine County. The pursuit then took them to Fayette County and into the downtown Lexington area. Officers say Everidge was driving close to the speed limit, but would occasionally drive erratically, endangering others. After driving through a fence near Hamilton Park, Everidge abandoned the SUV on Terrace View Drive. Lexington police then began to assist and search the area. Everidge was apprehended and arrested without incident. Everidge was arrested and is now being held at the Boyle County Detention Center. He was wanted on 2 warrants out of Fayette and Jefferson counties. He's now been charged with assault, domestic violence, fleeing police, wanton endangerment, and numerous traffic violations. Well, Dr. David Gillum, the superintendent of the Madison County School Systems, was a guest speaker at the weekly Richmond Rotary Club. The meeting was held at the Ignite Academy North campus at 2075 Merchant Drive, which is just behind the Toyota South, yesterday afternoon. Dr. Gillum welcomed the members of the Richmond Rotary Club to the new facility. He introduced Chris Clark, the director of the Ignite Academy North and South campuses. Dr. Gillum explained that the Madison County School System was fortunate to have Mr. Clark serve as director due to his teaching and building backgrounds. Mr. Clark thanked the Rotary Club for coming to the Ignite Academy and led the members on a tour of the facility along with Ashley Smith, the Dean of Students. Mr. Clark explained the Ignite Academy South is located at 123 Ferristown Industrial Drive in Berea and serves as director of both campuses. Mr. Clark took the members through the 9 different pathways at the North Campus. Those pathways are e-commerce marketing, management and entrepreneurship, health science, engineering and architecture, electrical technology, welding technology, automotive technology, residential carpentry, and machine tools CNC. The public is invited to a tour of the Ignite Academy North on Tuesday, March the 30th, and that tour will take place between 5 and 7 p.m. if you'd like to get a good look at those campuses. Well, Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, Dr. Ryan Quarles, visited the Madison County Clerk to discuss promoting the Ag Tag program, which aims to help up-and-coming young farmers in the industry. With more on the story, here's WBON TV Channel 9's Abby Briggs.
Kentucky Commissioner of Agriculture, Dr. Ryan Quarles, visited Richmond today to promote the Ag Tag program. Every year, Kentucky farmers must renew their farm license plates, otherwise known as Ag Tags. Farmers that renew their Ag Tags have the opportunity to donate up to $10 to the Ag Tag Fund, which is directly invested into Kentucky FFA and 4-H programs. Today, several students involved in both FFA and 4-H gathered in the county clerk's office to hear about the Ag Tag program. Quarles explained that most government employees, including himself, were involved in either FFA or 4-H at some point. Quarles asked each group their individual projects and encouraged students to continue in their FFA and 4-H programs for not only its current benefits, but also for the knowledge it provides in leadership, government, and civics. Quarles explained that support is crucial for these programs because without increasing interest in organizations like FFA and 4-H, no one knows where the farming industry could end up. Students were asked to spread the word of AgTag donations to their local communities. Over the past 7 years, AgTag donations have raised over $4.2 million for students. Quarles emphasized that donations are divided between Kentucky 4-H, Kentucky FFA, and the Kentucky Department of Agriculture Youth Development and Promotional Programs. Quarles said all donations go directly to these programs, with no hidden fees or portions taken away from students. Half of the 4-H and FFA funds will go back to the county where the original ag tag was purchased. Quarles encourages everyone renewing their ag tags to make a donation in the pursuit of keeping Kentucky's agriculture industry strong for years to come. For WBON-TV Channel 9, I'm Abby Briggs.
Thanks, Abby, for that story. Well, the Laurel County Sheriff's Office arrested 2 Barberville women on Tuesday and charged them with possession of meth. Tammy L. Johnson, 50, and Alicia Sharp, 43, both of Barberville, were arrested by Laurel County Sheriff's Deputy Greg Pointer on Tuesday, January the 31st, just before noon, outside a business off West Cumberland Gap Parkway, approximately 10 miles south of London. Pointer was responding to a complaint about a person who was passed out in the establishment. Pointer arrived and discovered that the individual, along with another individual, in possession of suspected methamphetamine. The second suspect was wanted on 2 separate outstanding warrants. Johnson was charged with first-degree possession of a controlled substance, first offense, methamphetamine. Sharp was charged with possession of a controlled substance in the first degree, first offense, methamphetamine, as well as failure to appear in court on charges of public intoxication, controlled substances, and theft of another's identity without consent. Johnson and Sharp were both jailed at the Laurel County Correctional Center. Both have a $5,000 cash bond. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got lots more news coming up right here, live at 5.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with Richmond Parks and Rec. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, summer camp director and workers, umpires and scorekeepers for the adult softball season, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for those positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For our other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Kind of a dreary day out there, but it looks like the temperatures are just a little touch warmer. We've got meteorologist Todd Nelson. He's in the Weather Center to let us know what tomorrow and the weekend looks like.
Thanks, Gwendolyn, and welcome back to the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. Cloudy out there today, a little bit better in terms of traveling, especially this afternoon. But again, things are still going to be cloudy yet tonight, and all of this is in association with that massive ice storm that unfolded over the southern United States. There were some reports across the Texas Hill Country near San Antonio of 3/4 of an inch of ice or more. You can see that the rain generally holding well to our south, but again, the clouds hanging out over the Commonwealth from earlier today. So the clouds will gradually clear out, mainly during the day tomorrow. Noticing that temperatures here tonight will be falling from 37 at 6 p.m. down into the 20s as we get into midnight or thereafter. And then Friday tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine, a high temperature of 31. That'll be a good 10 to 15 degrees below average, a little bit warmer on Saturday, and Sunday we're up into the 50s. And again, at least we'll have some drier conditions, but it certainly will feel pretty nice later this upcoming weekend. So clearing on Friday, warming temperatures this upcoming weekend, and a little more rain late next week. In fact, according to NOAA's Climate Prediction Center, we have a pretty good chance of that precipitation from the 8th to the 12th over the Ohio Valley, and a little bit better chance later in the week. Farther north and west. We do have a warmer trend coming up during that time period as well. Clouds eventually clearing out here tonight. A little more sunshine as we head through Friday afternoon, but it will be a cold start, dropping down to around 20 degrees. Feels like temps will be around the single digits in the morning. That's what you want to dress for. And then daytime highs again climbing into the lower 30s, and that will be a good 10 to 15 degrees below average. We see an improvement on Saturday, back to near average. Warmer on Sunday at 52. And as I mentioned, Gwendolyn, a warmer week next week with a better chance of rain on Thursday.
Thanks, Todd. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, you've seen him in the national news reports, you've seen him on talk shows, you've even seen him on the big screen. But just how did Puxatawny Phil come to be a pop culture icon? According to the official tourism website of Pennsylvania, the first trip taken to Gobbler's Knob, the famous site where the annual Puxatawny tradition takes place, happened back in 1886. Contrary to the pomp and circumstance of today's observances, early observers were said to have been conducted in private wooded areas that neighbor the town. The Groundhog Day celebration is said to have its roots in the Candleman's Day celebration popular in Europe. These events concluded that if the sun made an appearance on Candlemas Day, a hedgehog would cast a shadow, therefore predicting 6 more weeks of severe weather. A sizable portion of Pennsylvania's earliest settlers were German people who found groundhogs in many areas of the state. The large rodent took the role of the holiday mascot, and for nearly 140 years, Puxatawny Phil has been the seer of seers. Crowds of thousands gathered at Gobbler's Knob to see the groundhog emerge from his burrow. In addition to being the indicator of how long winter will last, Phil has been seen by fans worldwide. In 1986, Phil traveled to Washington, D.C., along with members of the Inner Circle to meet the president, Ronald Reagan. The famous groundhog has been seen on programs like Oprah and in the hit 1993 movie Groundhog Day, where he shared the screen with Bill Murray. During today's ceremony, Phil decreed that there will be 6 more weeks of winter. And happy Groundhog's Day to you. Well, a Frankfort man arrested Tuesday on suspicion of criminal abuse and illegal sexual acts with children under the age of 16. According to the arrest citation, Marquis Odin, 28, used cruel and unusual punishments on children. According to the citation, he punished the children by having them hold a gallon jug of liquid in each hand with their arms extended out to the side for 30 minutes at a time. According to police, Odin told the children that if they dropped the jugs, he would restart their time. When the children cried and asked repeatedly if they could stop, Odin allegedly refused to let them. The citation also stated that Odin would engage in sexual activity with the children present in his bedroom. Odin was charged with unlawful transaction with a minor, illegal sex act under the age of 16 years of age, first-degree criminal abuse, child 12 or under. He is being housed at the Franklin County Regional Jail. Well, if you already got an early start on your tax return, your Kentucky tax return will be ready in no time at all. Last week, the Kentucky Department of Revenue began accepting electronic returns. Starting February 6th, the department will begin processing those returns. Taxpayers can check the status of their refund by going to refund.ky.gov and entering their Social Security number and the exact dollar amount they expect to receive on their taxes to find out about when they should be receiving that refund. Well, an elderly woman was seriously injured in a 2-car collision in Danville. According to police, Bonnie Ray, 88, was driving on the bypass around 4:30 Monday when she turned into the path of a Ford F-250 pickup hauling an empty cattle trailer. Daryl Waterfield, 76, the truck driver, collided with Ray. Ray had to be extracted from the vehicle before being transported to the UK hospital with life-threatening injuries. Waterfield was taken to Ephraim McDowell Regional Medical Center and was treated before being released. The bypass was closed for several hours as police investigated the scene of that accident. And with that, we're going to take another quick break. Don't go anywhere. We've got sports news with Dawson Rule. We got lots more news coming up right here on WBON Live at 5. How long sports?
256. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community,
We have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your hosts Samantha Burford and Michael Watkins as they break down, recap, and preview sports news in our area. Each Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON TV Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, Bluegrass Restoration and Construction, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Tonight is a big evening for EKU sports. 2 basketball games and a football recruiting show in addition to the evening of sports right here in Richmond. For more on those events and other local sports, here's WBON TV sports anchor Dawson Rule.
EKU football still has a long way to go in its current off-season, but in football, the work truly never stops. Yesterday, 7 new recruits were announced for EKU's football team, one of which was a local star. Travis Grant committed to continue his football career at EKU, along with 2 other in-state players and some others from the Deep South. The announced commits were Grant, running back Curtis Hill, safety Mark Joseph, running back Braden Latham, tight end Minna Mannon, inside linebacker Maddox Marcellus, and offensive lineman Mason Sula. This isn't the last of 2023 Colonel players, as some walk-ons and transfers could still join the team before the fall season. Tonight, there will also be a signing day show after the EKU women's basketball game in the EKU Auxiliary Gym to talk about the newest Colonels coming to town for football. Speaking of that women's game, the Colonels face Lipscomb at 5 o'clock today in a top 5 ASUN matchup. Head coach Greg Todd has his team at 6-3 in the ASUN so far and with 10 straight home wins. This game against Lipscomb will put that streak to the test tonight, so EKU needs the fan base to get out tonight and support the EKU women's team. Afterwards, the men will play an important game against Jacksonville State. So for basketball fans in Richmond, get out there tonight. It's a perfect chance to go see some college hoops. Before moving on to high school, I wanted to say congratulations to EKU's Antoinette Walker, who was selected to the 2023 Ann Myers Drysdale Award Mid-Season Top 10 list. This award is for the best women's shooting guard in the country, and Walker has a real chance to win this. Walker has had 20-plus games now, scoring in double figures, with 11 double-doubles in those 20 games. Now on to high school. Last night, one of our teams took a rough loss at home once again. Madison Central lost by 5 to LCA, which will drop the Indians in the 11th region standings. This game was a needed one for Madison Central, as they still face a few top 25 teams this season. Now the outlook is one game at a time for the Indians, and finding a way to win before districts in a few weeks. Jalen Davis scored 25, and Jaden West had 14 points, while Robbie Todd scored 11. Now the Indians face Evangel Christian Friday night, North Loyal Saturday night, and Lexington Catholic Tuesday night. This team will need to dig deep and find ways to win at least one of these games. Berea also lost last night's matchup they played to Lee County by 9 points. As of now, stats from that game aren't available, but it was good to see Berea compete with Lee County. On the topic of high school games, tomorrow evening there'll be some games broadcast by our sports crew. We're still deciding on which game to do, so stay tuned to see if your school is chosen for a game streamed tomorrow night. If they play, we might be there. That's all the sports news for today. Remember, EKU basketball is playing tonight, and there will be plenty of games tomorrow night also, so no excuse not to go enjoy some hoops. Until then, this is your Channel 9 Madison County Sports Report.
Thanks, Dawson, for that sports report. Don't go anywhere. We've got lots more news coming up right here, live at 5 on WBON Channel 9.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel, available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Jerry Goebel in Richmond today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey Madison County, did you know Berea Ace Hardware is more than just a hardware store? Berea Ace Hardware carries the top brands like Skag, Echo, Steel, Spartan, Toro, Bentelli e-bikes, Wolf brand scooters, Trailmaster go-karts, and Red Cat Racing RC cars. Check us out at BereaAce.com. We sell fun at Berea Ace.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Looking for some fun? The Galaxy Bowling Center has a league for you. No matter your skill level, you can come out, make some new friends, and have a great time. Call 624-4444 for details. Or if you're more of a trivia person, Champions Grill has you covered every Tuesday starting at 7 with great prizes and all-you-can-eat wings for only $19.99. Why go anywhere else? The Galaxy Bowling Center and Champions Grill, your ticket to fun just off I-75, exit 87 in Richmond.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Well, good news for all you fishing fans out there. Next Wednesday at Whitehall State Park, it's going to be off the hook. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources will be stocking Whitehall State Park Lake with hundreds of fish. 1,500 rainbow trout will be placed in the lake on February the 8th. Remember to bring your license and get ready for what sounds like a great day to fish. Whitehall State Park is located at 500 Whitehall Shrine Road right here in Richmond. If you need to renew your or purchase a fishing license, you can visit Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources website to pick one of those up. Well, leaders of Fayette County Public Schools will meet this evening to discuss a new 10-point plan to ensure safety in schools. Superintendent of Fayette County Schools, Dr. Demetrius Liggins, explained that the school system has come through a lot in the last 5 years. But since the recent Marshall County school shooting, it's time for reassess current safety measures. This meeting is the first step in a long process of changing current policies. These meetings will consist of transparent discussions between school leaders, families, students, and teachers to find places for improvement in their current policy. That meeting will take place this evening at the John D. Price Administration Building and will also be live streamed on the Fayette County Public Schools YouTube page. Well, are you looking for some way to help out? How about you can donate your old eyeglasses or those tattered flags that you have laying around to the Battle of Richmond Visitors Center. You have some old eyeglasses, just go ahead and take them to the Richmond Lions Club. And those tattered flags, they'll be held for till spring for proper disposal. You can drop the flags or glasses off at the Battlefield of Richmond Visitors Center. That's at 101 Battlefield Memorial Highway, just between the hours of 8 and 5. Those items can be left on benches or the front porch, and the staff will take them in for there. Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Live at 5. We'll be right back here tomorrow with more news, sports, and weather. And of course, tomorrow it's Friday. We've got the Weekender Report with Samantha Burford. Don't go anywhere. Lots of great programming right here on Channel 9 coming up. We've got the Daily Flash, and also don't forget, Forensic Files comes up right here at 6. Have a wonderful night. I'll see you back here tomorrow, live at 5.